school years. Contractor Approved Bus Lines, bus number 62 Evergreen and Late Run as needed, effective September 30th, 2019.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, who seconded it? Mr. Capito? And we'll make that correction,
Yes.
2021. Motion was made by Mr. Golsky and seconded by Mr. Capito. Are there any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Anybody opposed by saying no? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Motion for number 17, please.
I move that the Board of Education approve the following list of Western Wayne School District transportation drivers and substitutes for the listed contractor for the 2019-2020 school year as follows, contingent upon receipt of necessary paperwork as listed.
I'll second that one. Motion was made by Mr. Wood, seconded by myself. Are there any questions or comments? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed by saying no? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Motion for number 18, please.
I recommend the Board of Education approve the following overnight field trips and chaperones for the 2019-2020 school year as listed.
I'll second it.
Motion was made by Mr. Auckland, seconded by Mr. Gershie. Are there any questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed by saying no? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Motion for number 19, please.
I move that the Board of Education approve the Western Wayne High School curriculum guide for the 2020-2021 school year.
Second that.
Motion was made by Mr. Wood and seconded by Mr. Gugolski. Are there any questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed by saying no? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Motion for number 20, please.
I move that the board approve a modification of agreement between Western Wayne School District and Friendship House for mental health counseling and consulting services at a rate of $52 per hour, 32 hours per week for the 2019-20 school year.
The motion was made by Mr. Gershie and seconded by Mr. Auckland. Are there any questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed by saying no? Anyone abstaining? Motion passes. Now we're going to move on to addendum number 1. And that is an agreement. Can I have a motion for that, please? It's an addendum sheet.
I move that the board approve payment to Communication Associates LLC for an independent educational speech and language evaluation at a rate of $150 per hour plus travel expenses, and to give the superintendent and business manager permission to approve and pay any other evaluations as needed related to the student number 01-1920 for the 1920 school year.
I'll second.
Motion was made by Mr. Gugolski and seconded by Mr. Wood. Are there any questions or further conversation? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed by saying no? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Now, do we want to separate 21? Do we want to keep it as one? Keep the reference? Okay, so we'll do 20, motion for number 21A, please.
I move that Board of Education adopt a resolution relating to employee 0-19-20, thereby terminating an employee for employment within the Western Wayne School Districts in accordance with the terms thereof.
I'll second that. Motion was made by Mr. Auckland, seconded by me. Any questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed by saying no? Any abstention?
I'm going to abstain.
Motion passes with one abstention. And we'll have a motion for number 21B, please.
I move the Board of Education approve the following personnel to be added to the district substitute list for the 2019-2020 school year. First, Certification Act 2434, 151, 114, 153, 168, guidance. Employment eligibility verification. U.S. Department of Justice contingent upon receipt of clearances. Lorenz, area certification, elementary and special education.
I'll second it.
Motion was made by Mr. Gambetta, seconded by Mr. Gershie. Are there any questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed by saying no? Anyone abstaining? Motion passes. On to number 21C, please.
I move that the Board of Education appoint the following to the listed coaching position for the 2019-20 school year, beside listed in professional employees contract contingent upon receipt of necessary employment paper. Ruben Julian Gio.
I second it.
Motion was made by Mr. Auckland and seconded by Mr. Gershie. Are there any questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed by saying no? Any abstentions? Motion passes. On to number 21D, please.
I recommend that the Board of Education appoint the following to the list of coach positions for the 2019-2020 school year at the salary listed in the professional employee contract contingent upon receipt of necessary employment paperwork as listed.
Second.
Motion was made by Mr. Enslin, seconded by Mr. Gershie. Are there any questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed by saying no? Any abstentions? Motion passes. On to number 21E, please.
I move that the Board of Education approve the following for the list of volunteers for the 2019-2020 school year, contingent upon receipt of the necessary clearances. Danielle McAndrew for band and David Desiato for wrestling in middle school.
Second.
Motion was made by Mr. Wood, seconded by Mr. Gregolski, I believe. Or is there any further comment or questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed by saying no? Any abstentions? Okay, the motion passes with one abstention. Motion for number 22, please.
I recommend that the Board of Education approve the schedule of the monthly public board meeting for 2020. All meetings are held on the first Wednesday of the month except when noted different.
Second.
Motion was made by Mr. Enslin, seconded by Mr. Gregolski. Is there any further discussion on the issue? All in favor signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed by saying no? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Number 23 is informational items, and I'll let that up to your reading. There's plenty of there to look at. Number 24, do we have any correspondence? Number 25, superintendent's report. Anything? 26, assistant superintendent's report. Any questions on any of these reports? The superintendent's, assistant superintendent's, principal's report, federal programs. Anyone have any other business? Future meetings will be Wednesday, January 8th, 6 p.m. will be a board committee meeting here in the boardroom. And then Wednesday, January 15th will be our regular public board meeting at 7 p.m. Informational meetings held. Monday, November 25th, 2019, 6 p.m. the board committee meeting, executive session for legal and personnel matters immediately following committee meeting, district boardroom here. Motion to adjourn.
Make a motion adjourned.
Meeting adjourned.